Any place you love is the world to you. The great events of the world take place in the brain. To become a spectator of one's own life is to escape the suffering of life. Ideals are dangerous things. Realities are better. They wound, but they're better. A mask tells us more than a face. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it, resist it, and your soul grows sick with longing for the things it has forbidden to itself. Morality, like art, means drawing a line someplace. Everybody who is incapable of learning has taken to teaching. The basis of action is lack of imagination. It is the last resource of those who know not how to dream. If there is anything more annoying in the world than having people talk about you, it is certainly having no one talk about you. Her trust makes me faithful. Her belief makes me good. Everyone is worthy of love, except him who thinks that he is. Love is a sacrament that should be taken kneeling. You are a wonderful creation. You know more than you think you know, just as you know less than you want to know. One should either be a work of art or wear a work of art. Sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, but the highest form of intelligence. Discontent is the first step in the progress of a man or a nation. I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person. Everything is going to be fine in the end. If it's not fine, it's not the end. It is through art and through art only that we can realize our perfection. With age comes wisdom, but sometimes age comes alone. We can have in life but one great experience at best, and the secret of life is to reproduce that experience as often as possible. The secret of remaining young is never to have an emotion that is unbecoming. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. I have learned this. It is not what one does that is wrong, but what one becomes as a consequence of it. A kiss may ruin a human life. I wonder who it was defined man as a rational animal. It was the most premature definition ever given. Man is many things, but he is not rational. Art is the most intense mode of individualism that the world has known. If you cannot write well, you cannot think well. If you cannot think well, others will do your thinking for you. Love is a gross exaggeration of the difference between one person and everybody else. It is better to be beautiful than to be good, but it is better to be good than to be ugly. Life is one full thing after another, whereas love is two full things after each other. When you really want love, you will find it waiting for you. Knowledge would be fatal. It is the uncertainty that charms one. A mist makes things wonderful. Each of us has heaven and hell in him. The past could always be annihilated. Regret, denial, or forgetfulness could do that, but the future was inevitable. Life is a nightmare that prevents one from sleeping. The worst of having a romance of any kind is that it leaves one so unromantic. It is a beautiful woman's fate to be the subject of conversation wherever she goes. There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. The difference between literature and journalism is that journalism is unreadable and literature is not read. If you don't get everything you want, think of the things you don't get that you don't want. In the wild struggle for existence, we want to have something that endures, and so we fill our minds with rubbish and facts in the silly hope of keeping our place. Arguments are to be avoided. They are always vulgar and often convincing. If one doesn't talk about a thing, it has never happened. It is simply expression that gives reality to things. Where there is sorrow, there is holy ground. Each man kills the thing he loves. Women love us for our defects. If we have enough of them, they will forgive us everything, even our intellects. One's real life is so often the life that one does not lead. No great artist ever sees things as they really are. If he did, he would cease to be an artist. Those who are faithful know only the trivial side of love. It is the faithless who know love's tragedies. One should always be a little improbable. To be popular, one must be a mediocrity. The soul is a terrible reality. It can be bought and sold and bartered away. The only way a woman can ever reform a man is by boring him so completely that he loses all possible interest in life. For one moment our lives met, our souls touched. I'm a man of simple tastes. I'm always satisfied with the best. A passion for pleasure is the secret of remaining young.